It's a me, Mario. Woohoo!
132 in Bush. I've got him at gunpoint.
Okay, gunpoint, 132 in Bush, covers code 3.
Being sent.
Phoenix 2514 can transmit on tag 2. Okay, we'll still send it code 3.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For you guys who don't know me, my name is Mario. I'm here today because 2 days after I was assaulted by an Aurora police officer, yet again, the Aurora Police Department is in the news for another officer that was under the influence behind the wheel. This time it was a little bit scarier and there's a video. I'm gonna put a link down below so you guys can check out the video of how crazy this guy was driving. He was driving at a high rate of speed and he hit a tree. Luckily, the tree was there because I'm sure that that house would have been gone at the speed he was going. It was so bad. You'll see it in the video, but it was so bad that a headlamp flew from the impact of the tree all the way to the house and got stuck like a dart on the siding of the house. So it was really crazy. I'm going to tell you about the other cases. We'll get back to this one at the end, all right? In March of 2019, this was the most infamous one because there was an actual body cam footage of the boys in blue covering up for their boy Nathan Maher. I think that's how you say his name. But anyways, he was found passed out in an unmarked vehicle. So after the whole thing, he admitted that he was having some vodka at his house while on duty. So not only was he breaking the law by drinking and driving, and he was passed out. I'll put that link below as well so you guys can see how passed out this guy was. There was no arrest, he wasn't charged, and he was back on duty. Not restrictive duty like they did with the other officers. So he kept his job, no arrest, no charges. That's just crazy to me. Multiple officers reported smelling alcohol while going into the vehicle to kind of help Maher out. I mean, he kept his job, so that's kind of that's a shame on you, Aurora Police Department. And then here's the whole thing. Supposedly the DA is upset because he cannot charge this officer because there wasn't a full investigation conducted, and a set of laws basically saves him from going to jail or getting charged with anything. Now, the Aurora Police Department tried to defend this with saying due to the inability to exclude a medical condition, a DUI investigation was not done. So they're blaming it on a pre-existing condition, which we don't really know what it is. But according to the Aurora Police Department, because of a medical condition, they weren't able to do that. Okay. That doesn't sound really right to me. And then I know that one of the articles I seen, they said he was a troubled officer. So the Aurora Police Department not only admitted that they knew he was a troubled officer, they still continued to let him go onto the street. I guarantee you he probably showed up to work drunk a couple times and his boys in blue backed him up. You know what? This is getting kind of ridiculous because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a DUI that I committed when I was 18. I'm 25 now. I know it was a mistake. Sorry, a scammer just called me. But as I was saying, I feel ashamed of doing it. And I apologize to the community. It doesn't make it okay. I served my time, which was 2 years probation, like 6 months in the ankle monitor. And I had to go to classes. I had to do all kinds of things, okay? And I feel ashamed of doing it. And, you know, I was troubled at the time. My roofing company is called Mario and Perla's Roofing Company. A lot of people ask me, is Perla your wife? No, that's not my wife. That's my daughter that I lost at the time. So I lost a baby girl at the time. I was in a weird place in life. That's not an excuse though. The law's the law. And you know what I did? I did the right thing. I didn't do the right thing by drinking and driving, so don't ever do that. I'm so ashamed of that, and I still, to this day, apologize to the community for that because I could have hurt somebody. I mean, I wasn't that intoxicated, but the 0.08% blood alcohol level. If you're past that, you're breaking the law. You're driving under the influence. Like I said, I paid my debts to society. I still feel like I failed society. I was a troubled young adult going into a crazy time in my life, okay? But that doesn't make it okay. I did one good thing that night. When they asked me to do the full sobriety test, I said, you know what? I can't do this. Just take me to jail. I admitted to it. I didn't fight it in court. I didn't waste more taxpayer money. I said, I just want to be sentenced. And, I shouldn't have done that. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm sad about it, but it is what it is. But that's why I'm saying, this is why I feel so strongly about it, because I got in trouble for this. I paid my debts to society, and these guys are getting away with it like nothing. So Nathan Maher, shame on you for sure. Drinking vodka while our taxpayers pay your salary? That's got to be a shame of you. And then for you to show up to work after that, I would have quit. I would have made sure the investigation, I would have went to the district attorney's office and said, here, this is what I did here. That's what people should do when they're guilty. There's consequences to everything in life. So enough kind of about me. So a little bit after that, in June 2019, Annette Roke, an off-duty police officer with the Aurora Police Department, hit a concrete highway barrier. Okay. So she was charged with driving under the influence per se, careless driving, and they were both dismissed by the DA. Okay, that frustrates me. Her blood alcohol level was 0.227. Bruh. Again, the blood alcohol level for Colorado is 0.08. So you can imagine how wasted she was. So it was dismissed. And also, just to make things worse, there was a loaded handgun in the vehicle with her. Oh, this is crazy. This is getting better for her. And so I thought she would, get some jail time, blah, blah, blah. So she was sentenced to 20 days of home detention and a year of probation, a slap on the wrist. And she was allowed to go back on restrictive duty. Shame on you, Aurora Police Department. This is just frustrating. Where do I go next? Oh, Joshua Tipples. I don't know how to say his last name. In August, in Castle Rock, did a hit and run. Hit somebody. Luckily, he didn't get away with it fully because a witness to the accident actually managed to get his license plate number. So they ran the license plate, they showed up, and shortly after, the police officers found out that he was a police officer. He asked to speak to a supervisor when he was arrested and said rules are meant to be bent. And the officer that arrested him said, I'm not going to bend the rule just because you're an officer. Props to that police officer. Like, that's a good job. You actually did an investigation. He was charged with DUI. He failing to report and careless driving. So we'll see how that goes. And then it brings me to the thing that made me do this video in the first place and look into it further. It's just crazy. Oh, and it brings me to criminal number 4 with the Aurora Police Department. Jared Dozier. He was caught on tape crashing into a tree. So this officer was not booked into jail, surprisingly, or not surprisingly as much. He told the homeowner that came out, said, I'm a cop, don't call anybody. What does that matter? You cops do not have more rights than us. You guys have to obey the law as we do. What do you guys think? You guys sovereign citizens?
Absolutely not.
You guys get away with things slapped on the wrist. So shame on the Aurora Police Department for hiring such violent, drunk, Kung Fu Panda type of officers. I guarantee you, this is not the last time we hear about the Aurora Police Department. So they promote violence and drinking. If you're troubled, it's okay to drink, is what Aurora Police Department is saying. This just surprises me. I'm not innocent myself, but I paid my debt to society. Make a mistake, you get consequences. I wanted to be a police officer. Now, every time I tried to go to the academy or I tried to go in as a cadet with one of the police departments, I'm looked at totally different. A DUI is serious. It's like A lot of places won't hire you just because of that. But these guys all kept their job. That's kind of crazy. That's really crazy. This amazes me. It really does. Shame on our justice system for thinking those who enforce the law shouldn't be punished like the rest of the community. What was it? Because I'm brown? I don't like to use that, but I'm sure it wasn't because of that. I'm sure because the law is the law. The law is the law. I did something, I got in trouble for it. These guys did something, they kept their job as a police officer or working for the police office. The Wild County Sheriff's Office, when they found out about my DUI, they sent me an email that I was permanently barred from ever applying with them in my whole lifetime. And this guy gets to keep his job. Wow. Just amazes me how the home of the brave and the land of the free is becoming. We don't need these people that put on a badge and think like Officer Lyons, unstrapping his gun for a non-violent call. Okay? Not even having the facts straight because, like I said in the last video, that lady who called in wasn't even the owner of the private property. She had no say on whether I could be on there or not. The owner came, talked to me. You know, don't deny that. The owner came and talked to me, you know, but it's just a shame. How do people continue? How do police officers continue to get away with killing people, beating people, with drinking and driving, which is one of the main things the Aurora Police Department is in the news for this past year? 4 officers in the past year. You should be ashamed of yourself for not notating the signs. It's just ridiculous how much power these cops have. We need to come together, and we need to make sure that we remind the cops what they're hired to do. They're not hired to defeat an enemy. We need to train these police chiefs, these sergeants, these lieutenants to look for signs of violence, signs of troubled officers, so that they don't put the community at risk. Officer Lyons, I guarantee you, I made one false move by either getting my charger that was in the middle console right there. I guarantee you he would have shot me. He had his gun unstrapped. He already assaulted me. It's just crazy. You guys need to look out for this. Lieutenants, sergeants, chiefs of police. You guys need to interact with your police officers, because I could have easily been taken out that day by a violent gang member who puts on a badge, represents a color, and honestly, he would have said, oh, I was scared for my life. But he came out pretty brave, saying, I'll take your ass out of that vehicle. Do you understand, bro? Yeah, bro? Okay, I understand their situation. They're there to assess the situation, but he came off strong. I give props to improvements that other police departments are making, because that's got to be one of the scariest encounters I've had with the cop. My heart was beating. My life flashed through my eyes. I was just thinking about my baby who's in the hospital, at the children's hospital, who just had brain surgery last week. I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to be there for him because of Officer Lyons' disrespect and unprofessionalism. And I was troubled. Sometimes I drank the pain away. You know, but now I'm in a better place. It's my wife. She supports me 110%. But it's just crazy how these cops are going, and makes me sad for people who maybe make the wrong move and are scared, because this is how these cops come off violent. We need to teach you guys. Don't try to suppress us. I've made mistakes in my life like we all do. You know, I'd be a little bit more understanding. Be a little bit more understanding with that officer if he owned up to it. He got in trouble for it, and he had to rework himself for 5 to 7 years. That's what I was told. Rework himself to be able to get his job back. It's just really crazy. I mean, but thankfully now, like I said, I'm back to normal. You know, I fought through some things in my life that I shouldn't have had to, but I did. Made some mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, guys. Everybody makes mistakes. It's what you do after them is what counts. That defines the type of man that you are. I just feel disrespected by the Aurora Police Department. And disrespected because they feel like they can do whatever they want, apparently. Shoot, give me a job. I'm 25 now. It's been 7 years. I'll go to the police academy. Haven't had alcohol in a long time. There have been no incidents of me driving under the influence since then. I learned my lesson. It crushed my dreams because I wanted to be a police officer, hired to do what I was supposed to do, not to suppress people. Well, anyways, guys, I'm sorry for the kind of emotional part in the end of this video, but I want to thank everybody for watching, listening to me, guys. I have 112 subscribers. We're trying to get to 200. So it's me, Mario, of course, trying to get to 200, and then my wife's channel, the Carrasco family. We're trying to get to 200 as well. So once we hit that 200, we'll be able to give away that TV. All right, guys. And then if you're subscribed to both, that's 2 entries into a contest, you know. So hopefully we get to 200 soon. I was thinking the end of March. So hopefully we get to that soon because we're almost here. Good luck with the coronavirus, guys. I know it's pretty scary sometimes. There was another death here in Weld County, 2nd of the state. So just be careful. Try to social distancing. It's getting pretty scary. I'll make another video about all that soon. So just be careful, guys, and be careful what you're doing. If you're gonna do these type of videos, just know that there's gonna be cops like that who don't follow the rules or protocols or anything like that, or think that because they're police officers they can get the rules bent. So just be very careful. Okay? All right, primos, primas, and cousins, for you who do not speak Spanish, we'll see you on the next one. The reason I say primos, primas, and cousins is because as a Mexicano, we tell everybody, what's up, primo? What's up, prima? Even if they're not our primos or primas. So you guys can understand me, because I'm trying to be, you know, inclusive to everybody. I don't like to exclude anybody. I'm going to call you guys cousins. I hope that's okay with you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys to all my supporters. And remember, like, share, subscribe, and hit the little bell so you can get notified when I make these videos.